You know that feeling when the day is already half gone and that most important thing is still left untouched. It's not because you're lazy, it's because you're caught in a labyrinth. It's a mental maze where your distractions, your perfectionism, your fear, all of these things intertwine. But what if this year you could get past it? And having suffered from it myself, I have learned a few tips and habits that have helped me to reimagine the way I work. And these habits are my compass. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shreyashi. I'm a software engineer by profession and I like to create videos on skincare, lifestyle, fitness, productivity, basically life in general. In today's video, I am not here to glorify the hustle culture. I'm just going to be sharing 6 small shifts that have stopped me from putting things off and start showing up for my goals, for my work, and for myself. So let's begin. Habit number 1, identify the friction. People think that procrastination is mostly about the task. Well, it's not. It's actually about the start. Every time I began myself asking this question, what is it so hard to begin with? My mind will tell me different answers. But the most common answer was the fear of failure. What if I start and I just fail at it? And hence, I end up not starting. Then there could be other reasons like multiple choices. You want to start with something, but you have so many choices, you're just confused as to which choice to pick from. Say for example, you want to learn a new concept, but there are so many videos, so many articles, so many books, so many options, and you have to choose one to start with and you're not able to choose it. Then it could be a messy space, when the area around you is messy, the mind is cluttered and it cannot focus. So I identified those friction points and I started working on reducing those friction points so that my task felt more doable. How you can do it is so many different things. If you have multiple choices, just see if you can pick up one thing, maybe a day before, just identify which way to start with and you just start with it. With fear, there's always a fear of failure, but you know what? You're anyways failing if you're not starting. So maybe you just start with it, and what if you end up winning at it and not failing or losing at it? So just start with that thought. Habit number 2, the 5-minute pact. When you are in the crucible of overthinking, it starts feeling like a failure. So I made a pact with myself. Just 5 minutes. I am going to do this task for just 5 minutes. Say for example, I've been procrastinating working out. I'll just tell myself, I'll lay down the mat and just work out for 5 minutes. Like just 5 minutes stretches or 5 minutes any cardio movement. And this completely orchestrated my momentum. Out of the 10 times I said myself just 5 minutes, 9 times I ended up sticking with it throughout the whole process. It's just that push that you want, just a momentum to get into it, and you will see the wonder. Habit number 3, schedule, don't list. We all have those long to-do lists. Every morning, most of us will write down to-do list as to this task has to be done by the end of the day. Now here, what we are not doing is we are not time capping it. And in childhood when I was in school, my teachers always used to tell all of us, guys, prepare a timetable. And I am now able to understand the concept of timetable where you are actually time capping everything that you have to learn. Working on a particular subject in school days or preparing for a subject for an exam, you know that say from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. you are going to work or learn only that subject. So you have a lot of tasks, but you're time capping every task so that you know that in this period you are only going to focus on this particular task. you are not going to get distracted by other tasks. When you have a to-do list and when you're not time capping it, you will feel distracted. You will feel as if you will start one task, do it for 5 minutes, and suddenly you'll be like, oh, maybe this task is much easier and maybe I should switch on it. And then you keep switching your context every now and then, and at the end of the day, you end up doing nothing. So it's very, very important to time cap everything in your to-do list. Say from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. you're going to work on this, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. you're going to do this, and so on and so forth. You can use Google calendars, you can use any calendar, you can use a physical calendar. I personally prefer using my reminders app on my phone, which works wonderfully for me. And within every time slot that I have decided for myself, I've even built a 5-minute transition zone. So I take a 5-minute breather between the tasks. It's like my scrolling time or my walking time or my talking time or my eating time, anything other than work. And then I come back to the next time zone. Habit number 4, clear your mental desktop. We all know, we all get that feeling, we all have been there where there are 30 tabs open in our mind, right? And when we begin something, the other tabs open up and they're like, hello, please attend to us, please attend to us. And it's always a chaos in our mind. And for that, I have this notebook, which I call my capture notebook, and I dump everything in it. Everything that's in my mind. All the worries, all the don't forget this stuff, all my to-do list, all my ideas, all my thoughts, everything goes into that capture notebook. So once out of mind, out of sight, I know I want to get back to it later, but currently I have this one task that I have to focus on. So clear mind, with clarity, the focus gets sharp, and I am just able to work on that particular task and not get distracted or don't end up procrastinating this task because of the 100 other tasks or 100 other tabs that are open in my mind. Habit number 5, disarm your distractions. Every single time I have to begin a hard task, my hands will go towards my phone, I will pick up my phone and I'll start scrolling. Now, this is the thing with your mind. Every time you have to begin something hard, something you feel is tough, it's going to take a lot of energy, mental energy, drainers, or something that you're fearing, your mind is always going to trick you into believing that that's not important. Maybe let's get the easier way out. Let's just scroll. Let's make it a scroll fest, or let's just watch TV, or let's just talk to that person and not do that task. And that's how you get distracted all the time, majority of time. If you're working on something on your laptop, you open up YouTube. So these distractions are always going to be there, thousands of them. What I do personally with my phone, I keep it in a separate room when I'm working on something, or I even use grayscale mode throughout the day so that I don't feel attracted towards it. I'm like, fine, maybe I just have to talk on it with someone. That's fine. I don't have to engage myself. And I have the socials folder. Most of the social media apps I've already deleted, but there are some, and I have just renamed that folder. Is it urgent? Clearly not, right? Since I make these small tweaks, since every tiny tweak adds up. Habit number 6, use the right tools, but not more of them. Now, this is exactly where most people stumble. They use so many tools, they have so many productivity apps. But it's not about using more and more of productivity apps. It's about using them intentionally, using those which align with your lifestyle and which align with your goals and ambitions, and just sticking to a few of those. I have a list of apps that I use on a regular basis, and they're very few, and I stick to them, and I don't want to change them, or I don't want to add more in my life. So some of them are, first is Notion. Notion is like my everything. I have everything on my Notion, my brain dump, my ideas, my workflows, anything and everything that you can think of is there on my Notion. Then for my Pomodoro, which I do for my time management and working on a certain task, I use the Focus To Do app. It's on your phone. I think there's a desktop version also as well. Sometimes I use the desktop version as well. Then there is cold turkey. So sometimes when you're working on your laptop and you get distracted by opening up certain websites like YouTube or maybe some shopping apps or shopping websites, I just use cold turkey to completely block those websites for the time being so that I can just not go onto it and start scrolling. And for my time tracking, as I said, like list and scheduling, I use reminders and also notes app sometimes to write certain lists, but reminders works really well. A lot of people use Google Calendar and they time block everything. It's visually very interesting to see, but I have not gotten into it, so I feel like reminders app is very convenient to use for me. But just remember, tools only work when they fit into your brain. So pick the ones that feel very intuitive and not impressive. You don't have to conquer the whole mountain today. You just have to take one small baby step, which can be an imperfect step, but it's an honest step. Because action creates clarity, and clarity kills procrastination. The world will always try to pull you in 1,000 different other things. And these tools, these mindset shifts, these small habits, they will make sure that you always come back. Always come back to the task at hand. Always come back to your goals. Always come back to your work. Always come back to yourself. This isn't hustle. This is self-trust. And this year, it's yours. Well, that was it. Those were the 6 small habits, 6 mindset shifts that you can make in order to get rid of procrastination in your life and start doing. Just start taking action, just start working on things. I've been using these tools, I've been using these shifts, mindset shifts, since a long time, but that doesn't really mean that I'm completely over procrastination. I have my days, I do delay things, and I think that's okay. I mean, you need that breather, you need that rest so that you come back stronger after rejuvenating from that breather. Do not be very hard on yourself. Take your time off, but then whenever you come back stronger, come back 100% focused. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like, share and subscribe, and I will be back with another video very, very soon. Until then, bye-bye.